Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and we warmly welcome all of you for this Business and Professional English Open Day. So once again, we would like to welcome each and every one of you, and of course, our guests who are present here as well. So I'll be introducing them shortly. So I would like to welcome each and every one of you once again for this Open Day in Business and Professional English. Right. So. Due to this COVID-19 pandemic situation here in Sri Lanka, not only in Sri Lanka but in the whole world, the Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, they've been adapted to this situation right from the beginning, conducting these classes, conducting these sessions in virtual means. Otherwise, we would have them in our premises in Colombo. So right now, with the virtual means, for the betterment of each and every one of you, Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing has always been there to deliver the best for you. Right. So to start off, let me give you a brief introduction about the Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, then of course about this program as well. Right. So the Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, ladies and gentlemen, is the apex body for Sri Lankan marketers, which was founded in 1970 and was subsequently incorporated by an Act of Parliament in 1980, recognizing it as the national body for marketing and a not-for-profit organization. So we are mandated to uplift the marketing profession in Sri Lanka, thus providing marketing studies and conducting many national level events and projects as well. And just to talk a bit about this particular business and professional English course, well, the ability to communicate effectively in English is an essential skill when it comes to the marketing world, not only in the marketing world, but if you take the workforce worldwide in generally. So even though there are numerous number of education programs like attempting to provide a good understanding of the English language, they're not designed to cater to this specific field of marketing. So that is what we are delivering here by this business and professional English program, delivering you customized English program just designed for the marketers who are willing to get their heads on and to kickstart their careers in the business or in the marketing field. Right. So with that introduction, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to officially welcome you all for this event. And to do that, I would like to invite Ms. Mihirini Fonseca, Deputy General Manager, Business Development, Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing.
Thank you, Oshada. And I hope you can hear me clearly.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, right. Thanks. Okay. So it's our pleasure, absolute pleasure to join on the digital platform for the inauguration of Business and Professional English Batch 2 for the year 2021. And first, let me welcome Mr. Fawaz Fanan, Head of Postpaid Experience and Zonal Operation at Airtel Sri Lanka, and also our lecturer today, SLIM lecturer, Mrs. Shanika Pereira Fonseca, and also Umesha Buhuga PTO representing the SLIM Business School, and all the students who will join this program from Colombo, Kandy, and Matara, and the branch heads Indika and Udara. And before we move further, let me give you a brief insight about SLIM. And can we move to the next slide? Okay. So SLIM is, as you can see, SLIM is incorporated by an Parliament Act in 1970. And I'm glad and proud to inform you, SLIM celebrated its 50th anniversary last year, and it is a matured and a fully fledged organization which have served and catered the requirements of Sri Lankan marketers. Next slide, Anne. And next slide, you can move on to the next slide. And if we take marketing as a discipline, it has different dimensions, as you can see, such as educating people, inculcating the right knowledge in them, training the people, connecting people, and which is very important fact in marketing through membership base. And you can see even we conduct national level events to recognize marketing professionals who are excelling in different areas such as sales, branding, advertising, etc. In order to make sure continuous professional development, we conduct various training programs. And next slide, you can see other than the business and professional English, the products that we offer from Slim different. We have 16 education products. If I name professional certificate in marketing, that's actually the basic the marketing foundation program for 3 months. And also that program we it's available in Tamil as well as in Sinhala, marketing in Tamil, marketing in Sinhala. And we have digital programs, certificate in digital marketing, and we have the brand management program, and we have postgraduate diploma in marketing, which is known as the SLIM qualification. And also we have a national diploma in sales management for the sales people specialized in sales. And for the service oriented people, we have the services certificate in services marketing, and we have pharmaceutical marketing for the pharmaceutical sector, and also the diploma in digital marketing. And for the entrepreneurs, we have the entrepreneurial marketing, and also we are accredited study center for CIM UK. And also recently we signed up with Glenda Wrexham University for the MBA. And also we offer the status of certified professional marketer. So you can see we have 16 education programs covering different area. And also if you take the associations, being the National Institute of Marketing in Sri Lanka, SLIM have affiliated with many national and international entities to make sure that Sri Lankan marketers would get the best of best contemporary marketing knowledge on par with global level fast changing marketing trends. So you can see these are few of our associations because with the 50th anniversary last year we start the Restart Sri Lanka with the Prime Minister's office. And as I mentioned, we are a study center for CIM, and also we are a member of Asia Marketing Federation. And last year, actually, Sri Lanka was the president of Asia Marketing Federation. And also we offer DMI with the digital qualification with the Digital Marketing Ireland Institute, and also member of Employee Federation, OPA, FCCSL, National Chamber, and again, as I mentioned, for the MBA with Glenda Wrexham University. And also looking at the events, not only education, we have different events like to recognize the brand efforts of companies. We have the brand excellence, and also we have People's Awards to recognize different brands and different personalities with a research. And as I mentioned, the Restart Sri Lanka, also FEs again to measure the effectiveness of advertising. Slim Digis, which we started 2018 again to recognize the digital efforts of companies, and NASCO again to recognize the salespeople. So you can see Slim, it's not only for education, and we can call it the marketing Mahagedara, because not only for education, we have the membership arm, we have the training arm, as well as the events arm. And anyone who's enrolled with Slim, they can be a part of the Toastmasters Club, which is for the public speaking and the leadership skills. And we have the student association with different activities. So behalf of Slim, once again, I would like to welcome all of you to this Marketing Mahagedara, and you have registered for the Business and Professional English. So I wish you all the best to complete this program, and hope to see you in other programs also. Thank you, Oshada. Over to you.
Thank you, Ms. Mihiruni, for that welcome address. So yeah, once again, I would like to welcome our guests who are present here as well. And next up, we have a special event coming up, and that is the guest speaker's message. Right, to deliver this guest speaker's message, we indeed have a guest who's present here today with lots of experience, with lots of uh, knowledge to give out for our attendees, and is the head of postpaid experience and zonal operations at Airtel Sri Lanka, and it's Mr. Fawaz Manan.
Thank you very much, Hoshida. And very good morning to all of you who is presented for this business and professional English program organized by Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing. And thank you, Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, for giving me this opportunity to speak here as a guest speaker. And as Oshada introduced, my name is Fawaz Manan. I am head of postpaid experience and zonal operations of Bharti Airtel Lanka Private Limited. This postpaid experience is actually a vertical which is coming under the customer service department. So having said that, I would like to actually, first of all, congratulate all of you who is here, who has kept the first step towards success. In corporate world, speaking and writing in professional English is the way of survival. So you have right now, by sitting for this program, has understood that this is the way how you need to success, and you have started your journey from this point onwards. So congratulations on that. Point number two is, and I'm glad that all of you has registered or rather, thought of getting this program done through Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing. There are several good reasons for this. Probably I'll speak about it by the end of this session. So to talk about the whole program, in corporate world, I would say English is the primary language right now. You actually, all your communications take part in English. How you speak, your presentations, everything which happens in English. So whether we like it or not, we have to agree one fact. If you want to survive in this corporate world, you have to know your business English abilities. So there's no two words about it. The corporate expectation is also as such. You are expected to know English. Now, for example, when we conduct interview, we know for a fact that, the certain skills levels, what we look in a fresher from a person who we want to have experience in our departments to work for us. Like, communication industry is one of the fast growing industries, and it's something to do with technology. So you require a lot of additional skill sets as well. Whatever skill set we speak about here, everything is taught by English. If you don't know how to communicate, if you don't know how to present yourself, you have a lot of disadvantages over there. It in fact actually help you to communicate with all your colleagues as well. Imagine this situation: you're around a set of people who actually speaks good English, who communicates in English, and if you are a person who is not in that same range of communication, so so that sort of a situation actually offers when you actually don't get into this proper business English, or you aren't able to communicate with this set of people. Then you have, you basically will be able to make good impression, by the way, if you are a good communicator. As an example, I can give you, like, generally in organizations, most of the people who's working will realize that, we have business reviews. We will probably have to present our performance to our supervisors actually by the end of the month. And if you are a salesperson, probably you might have to say something like how many number of sales you have done, and what's the potential, how well you can do for the next year or rather the next month. Things like this happens. So now these presentations all take place to your board or your management, and you will have to do, first of all, you will have to prepare the presentation first of all. So when preparing the presentation, you will have to see what all the information you're going to put in this presentation. So if you don't know what to present, first of all, you will not be able to present. And even if you know what to present in a presentation, and if you come there and if your soft skills are not helping you to pass the message out, then still you will not be able to tell how good you have performed. If you aren't able to communicate how well you have done in your careers, you will not be able to succeed in this corporate world. So earlier, like I said, the corporate, the primary language of the corporate is English. So if you don't know English, you will not be able to communicate. If you don't know how to communicate, you will not be able to build a good perception. If you aren't able to build a good perception, you will not be able to successfully grow in your careers. So like I told you, we look for a lot of other aspects as well. Right now, if you say we need people who needs to know about their Microsoft Excel skills, Microsoft Access skills, or some people are into like IT. So may හැම people මිනිස්සු කරනවා. Why? They want to grow. Corporate right now, is actually it's a highly competitive place. There is a lot of competition happening right now. Everybody wants to survive. Everybody wants to grow in their respective careers. So to find an edge among the others, what you generally do is you try to shine. අපි සමහර වෙලාවට සිංහලෙන් කියනවා කැපිලා පෙන්නත් උත්සාහ කරනවා කියලා. But how does it happen in a good way? It's not a bad thing. කැපිලා පෙන්න උත්සාහ කරන එක. It's a very good thing. But how you do it? You basically do your work, and at the same time you present your work to your management, stating that this is what you have done. So, like I told you, English is important in all these aspects. It helps you, by the way, for business traveling also. In case now, if you take organizations like Airtel, other company is actually placed in India, and a subsidiary is in Sri Lanka here. So mostly reportings, reviews take place. People go there, visit there for training purposes. People come there to Sri Lanka in order to for certain activities and things like that. People visit Sri Lanka. So when all these things happen, sometimes you do get opportunities as well to travel. And certain times when you are getting into especially in terms of growing in the business ladder, when you are getting into senior manager, deputy general manager positions, they will actually send you out of the country to learn how things are happening there. So when those things happen, you will have to go there. You will have to communicate to a set of people who's not able to speak the native language you are speaking. So the world's local language, English, you will have to have that. And okay, speaking about another thing, okay, that's basically within your organizations and cultures. Imagine now you have actually found another place, or you are interested in moving your career into another place. You have to again go and face another interview. You will have to go and speak to somebody actually and present yourself again, stating that you want to join that particular organization for these reasons. But those interviews also takes place in English. So you have to communicate, you have to speak, you'll have to learn this English properly in a manner where you can actually help your career growing. And mind it, I would like to tell you another thing. Now, when we are speaking about English, this is actually not academic English what we are talking about. Now, if you take this course, this is a business and professional English. I'll tell you why. So now, when you are studying, people who have done their degrees or who have done their MBAs actually would know this. They give you a small question saying that, answer this question in this particular time period, or rather, answer this question with this many words, like 4,000 words, 2,000 words. So what you do is you write paragraphs, a lot of paragraphs you write. Why? You'll have to prove a point in an academic way. But trust me, in corporate world, we don't write emails or presentations that way. It's mostly either tables, graphs, point forms, and certain information. What is important to be mentioned is what is mentioned. No bosses will generally sit down and read huge reports what you have sent to them. It doesn't happen like that in the corporate world. So what you learn in an academy is actually crisp, changed, and made to proper management information and presented. So courses like this, business and professional English, will help you to understand that. Now, for example, if I speak about this, let's just speak about this course. Now, this is actually a 3-month course, business and professional English program. But now this is actually teaching you what exactly is required for you to survive in a corporate industry. Now, these sessions actually don't come like two people sitting in one table and understanding, let's have a session like this. No, there's about 25, 30 years of experience of people in the management systems who actually come together and tell you these are the main things which is required in terms of survival of a corporate culture. If you want to survive in corporate, this is what you want. And they sit together, they put a lot of time and effort, and then they design programs like this, and then they present in front of you as a crunch. So the advantage what you have than what we had in our time is you can grow the corporate ladder faster than we did. If we actually take about this much of time, say for example, now my career is actually about 16 years right now in custom service. In the corporate world. I've been working for about 16 years. So we did not have such programs like this at the time when we were studying. So we had to come, we have to learn the hard way, and we had to slowly understand this is what is required in the corporate culture, and then we learn. You have an opportunity to study everything what we studied in 16 years time, probably in about 3 months time. And then what you need to do is they will actually guide you on what needs to happen afterwards. So during this particular period, you carry on those activities, so you will have success much faster than you expected. Every time when you present yourself, every time when you try to create a good impression about yourself to the corporate management, trust me, all those are very good opportunities which is getting opened up for you. Opportunities doesn't come in the corporate world just like that. You will have to go for it, you will have to create opportunities to yourself. So how does it get created is by you giving as much as possible of required information or influencing the decisions to the top management to have a successful year, or rather a profitable year. So those successful decisions will create good impressions. Now, all this decision making is supported by data or the activities which is done by you. Everything actually happens through your support. But if there is a guy who's helping the management with the support of the corporate language, the corporate culture, and with the support of a guy who doesn't understand the corporate culture or the corporate language, when there is a time where if that manager has to decide whom should I give the next position, automatically the guy who has the corporate culture, who understand the corporate language, edges over the next guy. So that's what I was telling you earlier. So you need a lot of skills in the corporate environment to succeed. However, everything is taught by the English you use, by the emails you type. You just can't speak when you're writing the words you write. Probably if you are a school leaver, you know how you would have written, or probably if you are an adult right now who has been in the corporate culture for about 2 3 years, if you take a turn back and see how you fared earlier and how you are faring now, how did you write earlier and how you are writing now, you'll feel a big difference. You'll see a big difference in how you are communicating. That comes through experience. Now that is what is required in order to move forward in life. So my humble request to all of you is to get the best out of this program, which is designed specifically for you to improve. Like you received the earliest, during the earlier talk, you got to know that the National Institute of Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing is actually concentrating or a governing body for marketing in order to raise people in Sri Lanka to knowledge and things like that. So there is a lot of effort which is happening behind as well. So I would say this is a good opportunity for you all to develop your careers, develop yourself. So stay tuned, stay together with this organization, this whole program, which will help you to have a very good career in your corporate environment. So stay healthy, wear your mask, be safe, and I would wish all the very best to all of you for a successful program and a successful career in your future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that wonderful speech. And we are indeed grateful to have you here with us today as well. Right, so now moving on to our next event, and it is the time to present the lecturer's message. And to do the honors of delivering the lecturer's message, we have one of our lecturers from Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, and it's Mrs. Shanika Pereira Fonseca.
Hello, everyone. I hope I'm audible enough to you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we.
Okay, so I'm Shanika, as was introduced. Yeah, so let me take you through a very brief PowerPoint just to make a few points clear to you. So a welcome from my end to all of you for the journey of learning business and professional English with the Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing. Okay, so let me start with why do we need English? Well, as our guest speaker, Mr. Fawaz, very well explained the usage of English for our day-to-day life, as well as for you to thrive in the corporate world, especially because this is a course which concentrates on mainly on like business and professional English part of it. Let me touch upon a few fine points of the usage of English when it comes to your day-to-day life as well as your corporate life. Well, as all of us know, English is an international common tongue. Right? This is the link language. By now, we would have heard this phrase very much. This is the language which links everybody around the world today. So it's very important for us to learn English and to learn to use it properly. And also, it's the language of academia. I mean, if you wish to do higher studies and thrive in your studies, right, or do researchers and projects, whatever it is, this is the language that you will have to use. So once again, it shows the importance of knowing this language. And also, one more advantage of knowing English, it gives you access to a wealth of written media, online and printed. Nowadays, we are quite used to online media as well, as much as printed media, whatever it is. Most of this knowledge comes in English today. So once again, it shows that you are supposed to be good in this language for you to be updated, for you to get information, to know what's happening around the world. Well, it comes in handy when traveling as well. Our guest speaker touched upon this point as well, if I heard properly. He was referring to business travel. Of course, when it comes to business travel, as well as traveling for leisure, you've got to be good in this language because this is the language which links us with everybody around the world, right? So it's good when you have a good command in this language because you can project a good image of yourself and also you can get your work done. Okay, this is exactly what guest speaker was talking the most. It's essential if you want to work in international business or commerce, or even if you're going to be an entrepreneur, starting up your own business, you've got to be good in this language and project a good image of yourself. Whether it's an interview that you're going to face to get a job, whether it's a business meeting, conference, local, international, in whichever context, English comes in handy when it comes to dealings in the corporate world. It boosts your personality. I don't mean to say that you will get a good personality only by knowing English, but knowing English, knowing good English, being able to handle the language well will definitely boost your personality. That will give you an air of confidence to speak to anybody, to deal with anyone, to talk to a customer, to talk to the management, to deal with outsiders. This is exactly what you need to thrive in the corporate world. So English will definitely add to your personality for you to thrive in the corporate world, in the business world. I thought of adding this point as well, because sometimes we feel when we talk about English so much that we have forgotten our identity, our mother tongue. No, not really. While having due regards to our mother tongue, while being proud Sri Lankans, we've got to master this language. We've got to excel in this language for us to depict the true identity of Sri Lankans to the world. We live in an era where we are supposed to do a lot of things to raise the image of our country. I don't want to mention anything other than that, but all of us are responsible as Sri Lankans to take the true identity of our country to the world. To do this, we cannot do that using our mother tongue. While all of us love our mother tongue so much, including me, we are very comfortable in our mother tongue. We love our mother tongue. On the other hand, if all of us love our country, and if we want to project a good image of our country to the world at large, you've got to know good English, because that's when you can represent your country in an international conference, at a business meeting, maybe online, maybe physically at a later point. So for this reason also, we are supposed to master this language. So moving away from the advantages of knowing English and mastering this language, as our guest speaker also spoke a lot about this, well, I thought of touching a bit upon this point. Why online learning? All of us know that we live in an era where we are supposed to move on to online platforms to do a lot of things, including learning. Learning used to be quite physically done some time back. But since of late, learning has become all online, and we are quite familiar with this concept now. Right, this is the very first reason I would like to mention, due to the current situation. Due to the current situation, where we are supposed to maintain social distancing and abide by the regulations, and also definitely take care of all of us. So, okay, we are left with two options. One is to, be socially distant and not do anything. The second one is, let's be socially distant, but let's move on with our work. Let's go ahead. So due to the current situation, online learning has become actually a must. And of course, this has become the new trend in learning. This is no rocket science to us anymore. This is nothing strange to us anymore. All of us are quite familiar with online platforms today. We do a lot of business meetings and conferences of large scale sometimes. So online learning has become the new trend in learning. And of course, we are supposed to adapt ourselves to the new conditions. Well, definitely, online learning will definitely save you a lot of time. You don't have to spend a lot of time up and down traveling to the destination where lectures are delivered and going back home and getting dressed up to go to a different location. Of course, you have to get dressed up a bit to sit for the lesson, but then this is quite time saving. And of course, this is futuristic. This is the creative and the innovative way of doing our things. As people of the new era, we've got to adapt ourselves to the new normal, or the next normal, as they say. And of course, this is quite convenient. Apart from looking into the technological aspect of it, actually online learning has become quite convenient and a way of life for all of us today. So that's a bit about online learning to all of you. I thought of talking a bit about this because usually like a language is taught physically, and especially when it comes to sharpening on the spoken part of it, it's usually done physically. But it's great to know that like so many have registered for this course, knowing that it's going to be delivered 100% online, or 100% or a great percentage of it online. So that shows that you got adapted to the new circumstances. Right, so all of us have to bear in mind that all of us registered ourselves for an online learning program. So we are going to take the maximum advantage of this online platform. Okay, right, when it comes to online learning, this is something that came to my mind because I've been into teaching for some time now. And I'm very much in touch with students of different spheres. And like sometimes this is what we hear from different people. This is what is shared on different social media platforms. When the teacher is delivering the lesson, this is exactly what's happening at the other end. Or you fall asleep, or you feel really bored, or you get disconnected. Though physically connected in the lesson, you're actually in another world. So this is a scenario that will take away all the benefits of this lesson from you. So I invite all of you to interact with me in this teaching learning process in this manner. What you see on the screen, I hope you can see my screen well. I would like all of you to interact with me, be cheerful, engage in the learning process, teaching learning process, as I mentioned earlier. While I can promise to do my best on my part, it's a teaching learning process. So I expect your best from your end as well. Then only this teaching learning process will be successful. Okay, right. So let me tell you a bit about what I expect from you throughout this course, where we have 8 modules, and then we have a practice session and a revision session. So it's actually not going to be a lot of sessions also. So it's going to be about 10 online sessions, if I'm not wrong. Our coordinator will be sharing with you more details about the course after me. So it's not going to be a lot of days. It's not going to be about 100 days, 150 days, 200 days. No, it's about 12 days all in all. So I would like you to put in your best efforts to grab the best from this program. So this is the first thing. Regular attendance is something that all of us from the institute side expect. We would like all of you to attend all the lectures. In case you're unable to attend the lecture, we would like a message or some kind of, communication from you as to why you are going to miss a particular lesson. Okay, and punctuality. Definitely when conducting online lessons, unlike in physical setup, sometimes students tend to take it a bit easy and try to log in 15 minutes, 20 minutes after the lesson begins. But I advise all of you to at least try to log in 5 minutes before the lesson so that you can recollect yourself, be ready to start the lesson and put in your whole self to the learning process. And strong internet connection. I'm sorry to say this, but then this is a requirement, so I thought I should just put it in so that you will pay your attention to that. I'm sure you will pay your attention to this. Strong internet connection is very important for you to regularly attend the lectures because this is going to be conducted online. So just pay your attention to this fact as well. And video audio facilities. from the Institute, all of us encourage all of you to on your videos and of course to have your audio facilities to speak up when needed. Because I would really love to look at your faces when I do the teaching rather than staring at a blank screen. And also, it's going to be more interactive when you come on screen. So I urge all of you to on your videos and join the sessions, and also to have audio facilities to speak up when needed, when I ask a question, or when we do an activity, or when we do some kind of group work, let it be anything of that kind. It's very important to have a very good strong internet connection as well as facilities. I'm just telling these at the very outset so that you can be ready for this. Now, don't take this as an obstacle. Okay, I don't have a strong internet connection, so this is a disqualification for me. No, there's nothing like that. With whatever internet connection that you have, we encourage all of you to join us for every session. But be concerned about this matter as well. And also, you set goals for your own self before you begin the course. Okay, by the end of the course, this is what I'm going to be. Okay, this much I'm going to improve. I don't mean to say by doing one course you're going to be like, like just like a foreigner, but then it's up to you. It's up to you. Maybe you attain that level as well if you set your goals properly and work towards your goals. Setting goals is not enough, but you have to work towards that as well. And also, you have to have a proper setup to participate in the class. We encourage all of you to use a table and a chair to participate in lessons. Definitely not the bed or a couch or a sofa, because those are not the best learning spaces for anybody. Maybe some of you are mature learners, but still I urge all of you to select a proper learning space where you can unmute your audio and speak up as well. Sometimes students tend to say, okay, everybody at home were around me, so I couldn't speak. I felt shy. So, I mean, there's nothing to feel shy in the first place, because you got enrolled for a program for you to improve yourself. Anyway, it's always good to avoid distractions and find your own comfortable space to take part in the lessons, so that you feel comfortable to unmute your mic and speak up, so you won't have any excuses to give, like people are around me, so I can't speak up, I'm on the way. These days, of course, you cannot be on the way anyway, right? Or I'm on a staircase, I'm in a lift. You won't come up with all kinds of excuses if you find your own comfortable, suitable space to take part in lessons. Also, I urge all of you to interact, join the discussions, take down notes when possible, when needed, and do activities when I ask. When lecturers give you time to do activities, it's not the time to leave the lesson and walk around and have a chat with somebody and come back. That's an opportunity for you to sit down, concentrate on what you've been learning, and do some work. That's because that's when the lecturer has asked you to sit down and do some work and then come back and discuss it. That's not the time for you to get disconnected from the lesson. So interact, join the discussions. Let's make it an enjoyable experience so that you will get the maximum out of this. And do one thing at a time is one more request from me as your lecturer. We Sri Lankans are very smart, very good at multitasking. This happens very much when it comes to learning. When it comes to learning, people pick their phones and start texting their friends and chatting and going to FB and doing all kinds of things, planning for the next day, you name it, we do it. But I urge all of you, if we are going to take the maximum benefit of this program, I would like you to have your focus solely, totally on this, on the learning. That's when you achieve the maximum from this. Okay, after saying all this, these are the most important things that I would like you to have in following this program. Right attitude. Okay, all of us know that this is going to happen online, not physical. So halfway through, none of you can start feeling, oh, this is online, this is very difficult, can't look at the screen and wait for long. My internet connection is not going to help me, and all that kind of things. As I told you, we don't have 200 sessions, we don't have even 100 sessions. We have about 12 sessions of 3 hours. Right, so I would like you to have the right attitude to be at your best while you're engaged in this program to get the maximum benefit out of this. This is exactly why I wanted you to set goals, know where you're going, and know what you want to achieve through this program. And enthusiasm. You've got to be enthusiastic. You've got to keep your spirits up to do the learning, to give your best to the teaching learning process until you finish the whole program and sit for the exams and get the certificate to your hand. So that perseverance we need from all of you, and determination to achieve your goals, to achieve the level that you expect to achieve after following this program. So as your lecturer, these three are the main things that I urge you to have throughout the program, apart from everything else that I mentioned earlier. Okay, so let me wind up with this. This is something that I picked from a saying of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, as all of us know, is a very famous American basketball player and a business person as well. But once he has said, obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run into a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. So this is exactly what we are going to do through the course, through our program. Whenever you come across any difficulty, whenever you feel that you're not so good in English, so you cannot actually speak up, have courage and speak up. Speak the way you can. If you all are masters in this language, if you have already excelled in this language, you wouldn't have joined this course. So you're welcome to make mistakes and correct yourselves, definitely. So let's have that courage to overcome obstacles. Like you would have seen many Sri Lankans who speak as good as a native speaker. Sometimes they are even better than native speakers. If you do not see their face on TV and just listen to their voice, you might end up thinking that they are actually foreigners. Sri Lankans have that capability, that capacity. So I would urge all of you to set goals to attain that level. Don't end up thinking that you do not come from an English speaking environment. Definitely, if you're coming from an English speaking environment, you wouldn't have had to enroll for this course. So it doesn't matter whether anybody at home speaks in English with you, whether any of your friends speak in English with you. All what matters is your attitude, your determination, your enthusiasm to attain the best out of this program. So having said that, let me wind up. Thank you for listening. And I hope to see all of you from next weekend onwards for a very productive teaching learning process, for an interesting, wonderful journey together. Stay safe. I will see all of you next weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Shanika, for that wonderful message for our students who are present here today. Right, so now with that lecturer's message, now we're moving on to our last bit of this event, this open day in business and professional English. And now to deliver the program brief, I would like to invite Ms. Mesha Boghapatia, Junior Associate, Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing Business School.
Thank you, Oshida. Hope you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, okay. Good morning, all. Good morning, dear students. So, on behalf of Flynn Business School, once again, I warmly welcome you for this virtual open day of the Business and Professional English second intake for the year of 2021. So, I'm Umesha Boghavitia, Junior Associate at Flynn Business School. So, now I'm going to present the program brief, and as you can see, it includes important outcomes such as introduction, program components, program outline, evaluation, and the delivery. So moving on, this program is basically for the STEM students to further enhance themselves as marketing professionals and all the other professionals. Also, since marketing is essential for any professional, this business English program will be very helpful for society as a whole, regardless of their profession. So the program objectives will be, this program is conducted for a period of 3 months, and it will aim to provide competencies in the areas of writing, speaking, and listening skills. So accordingly, the program objectives will be develop oral and written language skills in business context, expand vocabulary related to general business situations, and communicate confidently and effectively in the business context. So finally, recognize the features of different language styles used in business correspondence, such as memos, emails, business letters, and reports. So the program content will be divided to 4 parts. First one is essential English grammar. So in here you will be getting better knowledge about grammar, basically. And the second one will be writing in the business world. From this content, you will be gain the knowledge about business letters, like useful tips when writing letters and emails. So the third one will be effective presentation skills. From this, you will be improve your basic techniques and key language skills, because you have to do an oral examination, you have to do a presentation. So you need to develop your basic techniques and language skills, like how to do a proper presentation. And the fourth one will be effective telephone skills. This one also very important when you are day-to-day life, when you are communicate with your colleagues, when you communicate with your company. So you need effective communication skills. So you can get both speaking and listening skills through this content. Moving on, the program components. There are 2 program components, mainly the workbook and the classroom activities. So when we are talking about classroom activities, apart from lectures, you have group works, interactive sessions, discussions, presentations, role plays, like so many things. But unfortunately, since we are conducting online classes, we won't be able to do all the group activities or role plays in this online platform. But in the physical classes, we are doing everything related to the workbook. But I know for sure your lecturer, Mrs. Shanika, will be doing great lectures and interactive sessions for y'all. And as she said, we have audio clips and video clips related to each module. So those will be very helpful for y'all, I hope. And the workbook. So BP, as you can see, BP workbook is look like this. And in future, before we commence the classes, we hope to, we are planning actually to give you this book anyhow. But the way of sharing the book with you will be informing you in due course, because Slim management team is still discussing how to share this book with you. So I'll let you know how to give you this book. So moving on, the program outline. This one is your modules. Like there are 8 modules. As you can see, first one is saying hello and introduction, socializing, telephoning, exchanging information, arranging meetings, presentations, business letters, and report writing. So the first module will be saying hello and introduction, and the outcomes are greet and speak confidently about themselves and construct a short paragraph about their routines. So the second module will be socializing, and the outcomes are call and answer telephones confidently and identify common punctuation mistakes. Third module will be telephoning. The outcomes are introduce others and continue conversations and construct a short memo. Fourth module will be exchanging information, and outcomes will be speak about a past event and construct an email for a specific request. Fifth module is arranging meetings, and according to that, outcomes will be present a product with comparisons and construct a business email according to the correct format. Sixth module will be presentations, and the outcomes will be ask for and give opinions and construct a letter of request and complaint. And the seventh module will be business letters. So the outcomes will be present visual information and trends and construct a business letter. So the final one, the eighth module, will be report writing. The outcomes are present with data and trends and construct a business report. So in detail, you will be getting a better knowledge when you are doing lectures. So Ms. Shanika will definitely give you a better lecture. So moving on, evaluation method. So this one is also very important because otherwise, when you if you don't complete your program successfully, you have to do the exams well. So there are two evaluation methods like written and oral exams. So the oral examination, like first you have to do a presentation by your own. After that, once you have successfully done the oral examination, you will be eligible for the written exam. And you have to write the written exam, and it's a 2-hour paper. So students who have done the oral exam will be eligible for this written exam. Only the students who have successfully done the oral exam. And most importantly, the attendance will be highly monitoring. So please join for the lectures regularly. Otherwise, you can't get a better knowledge. So the delivery will be doing 3 ways, like registration, coaching, and communication. When it's come to your registration number, every student will be given a registration number at the registration point. So you should contact your salesperson regarding that. And every student must remember their registration number, and it will use for your assignments, examination, and any other corresponding related to the institute. And importantly, since we are conducting classes on virtual platform, you need to put your registration number when you're attending to the class from MS Teams platform, as we are monitoring your attendance. So please use your registration number when attending to the classes. For the coaching, the classes will be commenced from 11th September, and there are 2 parallel batches on Saturday and Sunday. So Saturday classes is from 2 p.m. to 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Sunday classes is from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. There are 3-hour classes. So according to your availability, please choose one batch and participate for the classes accordingly. And this should be discussed with your salesperson when you are registering to the class. So finally, communication. And if you need more details about regarding VP program, you can visit our website www.slim.lk or Slim Students Gateway. Also, there are program coordinators to you. For Colombo students, I will be the coordinator. My name is Sumesha Boghapitia, and as you can see, my contact number is 070-191-8078. And my email address is umesha.b@slim.lk. So if you have, for Colombo students, if you have any clarifications, you can directly contact me Or I think there are students from Kandy, Mathura, and study centers as well. So, as you can see in the slide, these are the coordinators of each centers like Kandy, Mathura, and study centers. You can contact these coordinators for your any clarification. So, I hope you got a better idea about what is this program, and these are the details I just wanted to share with you all today. So students, get the maximum out of this, and I wish you all the best for for this program. So thank you very much for joining this. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Umesh Aboghabitiya, for that program brief. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, with that, we would like to conclude today's session. So once again, special thanks goes to Mr. Fawaz Manan, the guest speaker who came here today. I mean, it's all his busy schedule. He came here and delivered his message as the head of postpaid experience and zonal operations at Airtel Sri Lanka. And then, of course, special thanks goes to Mrs. Shanika Pereira Fonseca as well, one of our lecturers here at Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, and then of course all other guests who came in here and delivered their part. And of course, special thanks goes to all the students who attended for this open day in business and professional English as well. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to conclude today's session. So once again, thank you and stay safe.
Yes, yeah.